What's up, guys? Got another life update video. Just a lot of thoughts, a lot of mini updates to cover and compress into one video. So it might be a little bit of a bigger video, but I don't want to rush and be all scatterbrained and leave anything out. I really want to get a lot of things across. So sit down, get something to drink or something, and yeah, it's going to be a good watch. There's a lot of things I'll be covering, so there'll be a lot to learn. And throughout your journey, especially if you're in this stage of my journey, I don't know when you will see this, but it'll be really, really fucking useful. And even if you're not at the same stage, there are so many things that I cover in this video that you can literally just implement into your life, and that are just core pillar type lessons. So anyway, the previous video that I did was just about how I'm gonna take a leap of faith and how nothing in my life is working out. I feel stuck, I feel paralyzed, I feel overwhelmed by fear and all these different things. And it is true, that's what has been happening, because my plans kind of completely got ruined. My whole travel plans and my business and how is everything going to work out for me. Everything flipped on its head, and so I was being like completely just feeling hopeless, miserable and negative. And you can watch that video and it'll make more sense, but this is a continuation to that. And just not knowing what to do, and I made the decision that okay, I'm gonna just fuck it, I'm just gonna take a leap of faith. I'm gonna launch my e-commerce like store, I'm gonna launch the brand, and I'll see where it's gonna go from there. And it's been like 3 weeks since I put out that video, and I think after a few days of putting the video, I started like taking actions and I started moving forward with the brand. And my life, like the state that I was in, just completely changed. And so this is gonna be covering all the lessons from those 3 weeks. And I made another video earlier, like a long time ago, which was covering my 2024 and kind of like the few months of 2025 before I came here. And that was like the isolation season, dark night of the soul, um, and all that stuff. And I named that video "It is Darkest Before Dawn" because I felt I would reach Dubai and it would be all great. And you can see if you watch the video, that was my plan in that video. It's not what I'm saying in this video at all. So it completely flipped. And that season of my life was where I felt like it was so dark and scary and stuff. But when I compare this to that, this feels more like it is darkest before dawn. Again, this might change again. I don't know. The whole path is uncertain. But this feels more where it's pure mental, like fear, paralysis, and like darkness. Whereas the previous season, it was more, I was trying my best. I was crawling forward. I was inching myself forward. It was really hard physically. It was taking a toll on me, mentally, everything. But I was still doing a lot. I was still moving. I wasn't like just bedridden, paralyzed, like just nothing to do, dejected. I was like actually trying really hard, putting out output like crazy, just keeping shit together. And it was like I was sinking. I was in a quicksand, and it was like I was being dehydrated. Like I was just like about to like, I'm in the desert and I'm walking and nothing is working out, and I'm trying and I see something but I can't, I'm losing hope. It was like that. This is like I'm in like a solitary confinement type prison, and all I see is darkness and there's nothing to do. And so all I'm doing is just like sitting like curved up in a ball, like just like, oh no, 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 like it's like that. It's pure mental versus that was more like actually stuff was happening. I don't know if that makes sense, but there was momentum in one, and this is pure stuck. You're just stuck, and because you're stuck, and it's impossible odds. Again, it makes sense with the Red Sea, parting the Red Sea kind of videos I did earlier also. It's like I'm in front of a Red Sea, it's impossible, there's no way out, and my mind is raging war. And it's that storm that inside the mind. Whereas that one actually had things happening outside. That's the biggest difference. This is all mental, and that was 90% external was real. So that's the big thing. And this mental war like really like freaking destroyed me, and I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and so when I came here in the beginning, like just back here, it's like my whole life, the past 5 years, just started playing in my mind. Every single bad thing that ever happened, every betrayal, every sabotage, every lie told about me, everybody that fucked me over, every friend that let me down, every family member that like, every failure, every mistake I made, every lie I said, every time I didn't live up to my own standards, every single thing that I did imperfectly, all my sins, all the times where I fell short of, like just everything. I started like analyzing the shit out of myself and almost like developing like self-loathing and being very negative, like I'm a loser, maybe I don't like all that stuff, but more just external. Like it wasn't because I kind of know that I have overcome so much and I've done so much, and that the journey has been very unfair to me. People have been very unfair to me. So there's that resentment, and it's that war with the resentment. It's like I have a reason to be angry. I have genuine reasons to be fucking angry and hateful and bitter and resentful and like to desire to seek revenge, and it's all justified and it's all real and it's all like I'm completely like in the right in many things, but me feeling this way has no use. It's like only doing good for me because I'm not gonna bother with like trying to destroy these people or seek revenge, you know and I'm not doing it like not being healed or good either. It's just that resentment, and this is where many people lose themselves. I've seen people talk about it like subtly. Very few people talk about it like entrepreneur world. I don't know why many people don't talk about it. I'm starting to realize that it's maybe because these people are too afraid to say it because they don't want to deal with the smoke, like the repercussions of people hating them. Like I feel like people just lose their minds when you just say these like harsh truths. There's nothing harsh about it. It's just reality. Yeah, maybe it's painful, but it is like the reality, and I feel like not knowing these things and not hearing these things is what really fucks with your head. And that's why I'm making these videos, because this is part of the journey. It's a big part of the journey and it will take a toll on you, and it can undo every single thing that you worked for and you went through. Because like I'm in this point in my journey like 5.5 years now, and many people like find success in 3 year mark, 4 year mark, 6 year mark. There's big timeline differences between what people's dreams are, what their purpose is, and all these things, what the field is, craft is, and all. But the patterns are the same, and every single person has to deal with this to some level. And the bigger your timeline, the harder this becomes, the worse it becomes. And that's why many people, they might finally find the success and the money and all of these things, but they're never the same person after that. Like, this is why you see a lot of politicians who wanted to do good for the world, then end up becoming corrupt as shit. A lot of actors and athletes that are starting out with like hopes and dreams, and then every time the fans criticize or the mob hates on them, it's like that saying that it's like you live long enough, like you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's the thing. It is because people that you've done nothing but good for, and like the people that should be most grateful to you and like should be worshipping you, become like fully hateful and just turn on you randomly, and all these different things happen, and it just fucks with your head a lot. And especially like I'm sitting here in isolation in this fucking village with nothing to do other than live inside my mind, and it's hard to not let it get control of me. And like I haven't even bothered with socializing properly in such a long time, because I've moved around from city to state, like because of my life and the chaos and the level. Like I don't even want to talk. Like who's gonna understand my story? And like even the people that kind of understand some in like your like desperation to cure your loneliness, you seek out bad people, and there's all of these things. And like for me, being here in this village with no ability to socialize, no ability to like, I've been sexless, like no romantic life, nothing for like so long. And when I came here, I started thinking about all the thoughts that I was thinking about back before and how much I've overcome, So I know like a couple of many entrepreneurs like have talked about this stage in their journey and how like it was one of the hardest parts maybe. Some of them like it was the hardest part was right before they came here, and they usually find success really quickly in this stage, whereas I kind of delayed it because I was confused about the plan of whether I should go to like back to the UAE or like be here and like is my life here and am I launching here. So there's both of this, and that delay, that big delay, like took out, I don't know, it's like August 11th today, um, and I came here in I think March, so it's March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months. It's been 6 fucking months since I came here, and I thought I would be back in the UAE or like I would have my life back together by July. Everything would be good. So my timelines have extended, and nothing is going according to my plan. It wasn't until I made that decision, like to take the leap of faith. Okay, I'm gonna go forward with e-commerce, and everything shifted from there. As soon as I made that decision, I started making the decision and I started working on the website. I started looking at the numbers, okay, designing everything. Yeah, and I put another video on it, like a little bit of between this and the previous life update. It's like me sitting at night and working. You can watch that. All the skills and everything started coming back to me, you know, and I realized like, okay, I'm not so far off. I'm not that bad. It's my mind more, and all this mental negativity that I had built up started getting released through the action. And so there were three things that happened in the past 3 weeks, in a way, ever since I made that decision. One was like realizing how much output I have, skills, e-commerce stuff. Second was all the mindset stuff related to YouTube and everything, and productivity and all that. And third is just like the spiritual lessons. So I'll go over all of them. And I started making the decision, and I just said like, you know what, I'm going to take a complete break. I think I've made other videos on this also, like complete break from everything, except I'll just sit with my thoughts and chill and just listen to my inner voice and listen to my mind and figure out what it was. So I started staying up really late. I just started watching like TV shows. I started watching like old TV shows like Suits and like random movies, and just staying up all night, 5-6 hours, just binging everything, just trying to ease my mind, just to get it away from all the negativity. And I started sitting and first few days I started getting really frustrated because I was again trying to escape from making the decision or going forward with it. Then when I made the decision and actually started doing the website work, it became like 4 hours of work, 5 hours of work on the website, and then just like 2-3 hours of watching TV shows. And bro, my mind just completely changed. It became really relaxed. I started enjoying both the work and the entertainment. Because before I would try the entertainment, I would feel guilty, and I wouldn't be able to work either because I would be trying to do YouTube. And that's the thing, like I was trying to do YouTube and I was trying to do one video today, one video tomorrow, and this topic and that topic, and it was like I was going uphill and nothing was working, and I kept going back and forth on my decisions because YouTube wasn't really working and I didn't really want to do it. So I was half-assed, and there was like all these different issues. But as soon as I made this decision with e-commerce, it's like all the mental energy that I had built up, it went. And over those few days I also decided like, hey, to like revise this book called Reality Transurfing, which I had read a long time ago, and it's like all this quantum physics, spirituality, that type of stuff. You can read it, but one of the key concepts in that book is about like keeping your mind detached and relaxed and being free of negativity and all that stuff. And I realized like over the past few months I had been going through literally just word for word all the different things that people in that, like the concepts in that book talk about. And my struggle was with this waiting and hopelessness and all, and it's all just actually like self-sabotage in one way. But there is no point in waiting, there is no point in feeling hopeless or bitter or disappointed or anything. All you can do is take full responsibility and take action hardcore, make a decision. Because as soon as you make a decision, you have clarity, and then you take action on that. You feel like the doubts release, and you feel progress, and you feel happy with that. And then you keep making action, and you stay detached to the process. Like you stay detached to the outcome and the journey, sorry, and you focus on the process. And then you change the internal. So it's like full action, output, and then internal action, that's inner world stuff like your self image, visualizing, and all that, to make sure that your internal world is congruent with what the actions you're doing on the outside. And then you have to go with the flow. So it's like that. It might not make sense to you if you're a beginner, but when you go through the process and you get deeper into your journey, it makes a lot of sense. It's like, don't take the work so seriously, but do everything do everything right, and then do your best for that day. Chill out, come back to it, do everything the right way, and then 1 week later you might go like, it's a little different what the things have developed from your plan. So you move with the flow, you move with the plan, like you change, you allow like yourself to go with the flow. And that's what it means to go with the flow and being in flow state and moving with the flow of the universe. It's focusing on the daily processes and not the outcomes. And this is what elite athletes like Michael Phelps and Conor McGregor and all these guys talk about. It's like you do your best on the process, and the process orientation and the focus has to be not just in action but also in the visualization and the self image. You focus on perfecting that process like in your mind. um, so yeah, I know that's a lot of words that I said there, but it's this stuff like, and I have some notes here, so I'm just looking through it. I want to cover all of it. This is, bro, I wish somebody told me this shit. That's why I'm doing this, because I really think like it can help you. And this is the like, I know I'll be a success. I am a success, and everything will work out like 5-10 years from now. And I want to see this footage, because this is where the the competitor or the entrepreneur, like the greatness of like Kevin, like is being molded and created. This is where I'm dissecting all the tiny things in my mind and understanding my patterns. And that's what this stage is supposed to do. You might feel like it's breaking you, but when you're inside like you're stuck in your mind with nothing going on outside, and there's a storm in there, what does like a storm do? Like it shakes up everything, it brings up everything. So you literally get to see, oh, the refrigerator is flying there. Oh, that's my self-sabotage. Oh no, the cars and TVs are going there. That's my perfectionism. That's my fear of success. Like you start seeing all of those things. So you can pick it apart and go deep into each of those topics and study it and understand. And this is a lifelong process. It's not like you do it 1 week and it's done. It's a lifelong process, but it's good because you just have to understand these concepts once and then just continually work on them, and it becomes really easy. Because I had made videos about this when I started finding out about it like many months ago, and it's become much easier for me now than it was in those videos. So I'm sure it will be the same for you also. Yeah, so I started doing the work and then watching TV shows and like listening to the audiobook of like reality transurfing, and that book, like God sent, you need to fucking read that shit and listen to the audiobooks. It's really simple. It feels very complex in the start, but once you understand it, it's very simple. It really works when you read other books of the same topic like Joe Dispenza or like Claude and Bristol, all the different books of the same topic, hearing the same concept with different vocabulary, different structure of explanations. Like you read a math book but by 10 different authors who are all talking about the same concept, you can get different angles, and somehow your brain will be able to comprehend what they're talking about, because every author is kind of writing it from their perspective, their view, right? And maybe in the way that they learn, but it's not the way you learn. So if you read 10 different authors, you'll kind of get the core concept, or 10 different books, you'll kind of get the core concept. And that's what like reading multiple books does from the from like on the same topic. So that's how I kind of figured out the reality transfer thing. But anyway, like that's pretty much was the main lesson for me. It's just like waiting is no use. Take action, stay detached, focus on the process, fix the inner stuff so that your actions keep moving forward and become easy. And visualizing at night helps a lot. Like everything becomes more effortless. And I'll show you the changes now. I've made some changes here and I'll show it. But um, and as I started doing that, I noticed like I started feeling this guilt about YouTube. I'm like, I haven't recorded any videos. I'm a bad YouTuber, and I started thinking like, what if all my old videos are bad? Like, what if I get like judged? And all these like fears started coming. And again, it's that inner stuff like acting up, the fear of success, fear of being judged, fear of being seen, and all these different things started going around. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life, like I've been in street fights, I've been bankrupt, I've been like you homeless, like bro, I've been through it all. I've been through the ringer with like every fucking thing. I am one of the most hardcore motherfuckers on this planet, I swear. For my level, I am like hardcore. And I'm telling you, this YouTube shit takes a lot of courage, because I like Mel Gibson talks about this. Is like the biggest fear people have is being judged, public humiliation, being shamed, and you actually start thinking about this shit. And so respect to all those guys. And I noticed like I was using YouTube as a way to run away from my like e-commerce to actually launch the brand. So I started going hardcore on YouTube. I'm like, oh, I'll suddenly post like 100 videos and I'll blow up and maybe that will work. But I was supposed to see everything from a longer time horizon, like build YouTube, build X, every day little. But my cash flowing business has to be the priority, and that's the thing. You have to focus on cash flowing business. Your actual business is the main thing. Always focus on that. Personal brand has to be a secondary thing. And that's just like a general business advice and lesson that I learned as well. And yeah, so I started like realizing that I was doing all these different things on YouTube, and I was going back and forth. Like I would decide like I'll just do documenting type videos like this, and then in between I started doing create, because I started feeling guilty like I'm not putting out anything on YouTube. So I started making like create type videos, like guru type videos, if that makes sense. Like don't do this or do that, like if that makes sense. Like creating is not talking about me, it's advice and like concepts, and documenting is me talking about what I am going through. And documenting is what I want to do, it's what is easier for me right now. But I tried to do both, document in secret and create in public. So it just started becoming really overwhelming. First of all, YouTube is really hard. Second of all, like the conditions I'm in. And third, because I'm trying to do this against the tide, I'm trying to use it to run away from here. And so it's like, it wouldn't work. I feel like it's because God was like blocking it. Like, I don't want you to go there now, I want you to go here. But also because it takes time. These are not things like YouTube is not something you can just 1 week, 1 month, just do it and it will work. And because it was so overwhelming, I was also half-assing it, because all these like perfectionism, paralysis stuff was happening. I would like do some half-assed work and my heart wasn't in it. Then I would feel more guilty about it, and it's a loop, it's a real loop. So then I took the break and I started watching the TV shows and everything. I felt really chill. I'm like, you know what, fuck YouTube. I don't want to do it, leave it. And screw X, like social media stuff, leave it. And I just started watching TV and like actually giving myself a holiday, a break. It wasn't really much of like a holiday in the actual sense, but just taking that time out and to get like an elevated perspective, detached from all this bullshit. now I feel like really nice. Now I'm like, okay, I can do one YouTube video a week. Again, I came back to the same decisions I made a long time ago, but this time I've made so much progress on the website. So yeah, again, this is all the stuff like you go through. It's very um, like Leila Hormozi says this is like fuck the mood, follow the plan, and that's the mistake I was making. I was kept changing the plan based on my mood, but it's also not the mood; it's also the situation. Things like the uncertainty is also there, and you kind of have to really get accurate about what is happening, what is going through, and what you're doing. Like you can't blame yourself for making bad or like wrong decisions. You made a decision with the inaccurate information you had, and it took you one step further. It didn't give you the golden result, but it took you one step further. So that decision did like kind of work that for that stage. It wasn't horrible, and it got me further. So that happened, and like, then I started like just dropping all social media, and I started doing ecom. And when I started doing ecom, man, all the guilt, like, am I bad? Like, am I actually like a phony? Am I not good at this? All the doubts, like with YouTube, I was having the doubts, like, why would anybody care about my thoughts and documenting? Like, I started doubting everything. But then I started doing ecom, and I started launching all my skills, just like I started going hardcore, like got Canva Pro, edited the graphics, the policy, every detail, like left no stone unturned. Just I want to do this right. I want to do everything like perfect. Like my perfectionism came out, but this time it came out in something I know. My skills are there. Like this is the actual thing that I was working on for so long, and so this now it's like it just started clicking. Like everything started clicking. It felt damn good. My confidence came back, and it now I feel motivated to do YouTube again. Like, and I feel less judgy. I'm like, because I see the e-commerce how good it is, and like even judging by like my own standards, right? Is what do I expect from myself? What do I expect will bring results? Comparing what I'm doing today on the website to what I did 5 years ago, I'm like, bro, this is insane. And I had so many results then. I could have so much results now. Like I'm getting excited, right? And that made me trust my instincts more with the YouTube. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not the best YouTuber right now, but these are my early days videos, and these footage, like I'm getting whatever I'm getting out there, I don't know how it will play out, but my instincts have served me well so far. My e-commerce stuff looks good. My instincts with YouTube also might be good, you know. It might be shit, it might be good, I don't know. But if I just choose to believe that it's good and actually be positive about it, it can work. So getting that positive result from e-commerce like now is like translating into everything, and momentum is building, So yeah, now the ideas have started popping. My mind is loose. I started like just sitting with uncomfortable feelings, because with procrastination, it's basically just a fear of something, and the only solution for it is you sit in front of your desk and like actually confront it. So doing taxes, doing like GST filings, and like accounting, and the back end operations, customer service, these are the things that usually guys like me, entrepreneurs, we don't want to do. We want to do all like sales, marketing, like brand, all that cool stuff, right? The money making, the front end stuff. But the back end, without it, you blow like to shit. And some entrepreneurs are more back end oriented and not front end. But I am like a front end oriented guy. My strengths are there. And I started confronting like the stress. And when I started sitting down and doing it, like tax and accounting and stuff, I'm like, wait, this was so easy. This like today I filed my GST, and I'm like, this is not so like bad. This is so easy. It's so like, why did I put so much of a pressure on that? And I started doing the numbers on my Excel sheets, and I'm like, dude, I'm actually good at this. For my level, for my experience, this is enough. And I started like asking ChatGPT to help me with stuff, and that was like game changer. Like game changer means game changer. I love AI. I fucking love AI, because it's helping me so much to just have like as a feedback loop, because I'm like, dude, is this right? ChatGPT is like, yeah, this is right. And sometimes it makes mistakes, like it does make a mistake here and there, and I have to kind of be like observant enough to catch it also, but still having somebody to play back and forth with is really good. So I guess it's good time to be alive, but yeah. So I started doing this, started like confronting all these things, and I'll show you guys like my dashboard and all later. But um, I started doing the ecom stuff, man, and just it feels so good. And the only thing I have now is like some accounting like software and solutions I have to set up to make sure my like launch, when it goes, every invoice is being generated and my expenses are being tracked, like everything is being tracked properly so that it doesn't come later. Because if my sales come later and then I have to kind of like backtrack, it's going to be a big pain in the ass. So I'm trying to avoid all the potholes that I fell in the first time. Margin calculation, calculating the correct like taxes and like shipping charges and percentages, and the tax on the credit card fees, all the little details, and not leaving anything like conversion, email flow, just whatever is needed for launch, doing it, but doing it like wholeheartedly. But at the same time, not trying to be perfect and like delaying the launch any further. Like there has to be that urgency. So yeah, pretty much almost ready. Like I just have to set up the accounting tracker, and then launching the ads is all there is. I'll make another video, the last one before I launch, but that'll be more of like showing you guys what is there. And yeah, I'm still concerned about one thing, which is like I'm doing it via POD, like print on demand, which isn't really good for scaling. The margins are not great, but it could work. Maybe it can make me enough money to uh, just run and like make money out of it, and then maybe I'll go to UAE and like something can work. I don't know how the plans is, but I have to stop. Like I've kind of like let go of the predictions and like trying to predict stuff, but it's either going to be just like I launch via POD, and as soon as I start getting sales, I'll see some of these products like which design is selling, and take the winning design. Like I think 50 sales or 100 sales per design. If I get, that's like my confirmed hero product. Take that design and get a good supplier with high quality product and high margins. Get that and then keep it here at home and ship it out myself, which is something I'm so happy to do. And I'm like, even with my physical condition, like my health condition or difficulties or whatever, I'm still very happy to do it, because that's how you build a real brand. But it kind of takes away from my plan of like going to the UAE and traveling and like setting up the business there and all that. So I don't know how it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna see how it goes. Like at this point, I really I'm done fighting God on like how things are working, and let Him show me miracles, and just like bring good luck. Like I want to get lucky now. Like this is the part of my life where I want to get lucky. Like I deserve it. So just make me lucky. Make me like exceed my expectations. Show me miracles. Like I leave it to you type thing. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think I've gone on like a big word salad type video, but it's been a while since I've done these videos, so it's hard to kind of communicate. But e-commerce, YouTube, and yeah, the mental, the spiritual stuff. And there's one more thing I want to go through. It's just the mindset. So I started like realizing like, okay, I'm building fashion now. I'm here now. Like I'm gonna be doing the illusion, and I'm gonna be building a fashion brand, clothing brand, whatever. Right? Doesn't matter whether it's India or UA, whatever. I need to study about this industry. I'm a complete outsider. I don't know anything about like garment manufacturing and like supply chain and logistics and all these things. So I needed to study, and I need to like familiarize myself and like make myself a part of this. And so I started looking at videos of Tom Ford on YouTube. He's one of the best. Like he's my favorite. Just aesthetic, like everything. My favorite brand, like from the time I was a kid, all I wanted was like I want to wear Tom Ford suits day and like this Tom Ford everything, like that's all I wanted. I want to be rich enough to wear Tom Ford and only Tom Ford. So um, I started watching his YouTube videos and like all these makeovers, him giving random people makeover, and I realized one big thing. It's like your self-image, how your self-appearance, how you come across, hair, grooming, skincare, dental hygiene, tonality, how you communicate, all these different things. You have to take this stuff really seriously because it affects how you feel, it affects how you carry yourself, it affects how other people judge you and perceive you and your quality and your capacity. And because I've been just living in isolation and in like this rural village and in like lowest like poverty level, like because I went from like something middle class, lower middle class family to absolute nothing, like back like dumps of India. My self-image and my like ability to like carry myself like nicely took a big hit, and so I have to like I've made videos on this before as well, but I have to force myself out of this, and I can no longer keep using the poverty or like lack of money or any or lack of stuff as an excuse, because it comes down to self neglect, and it comes down to lack of self love. Get a haircut every 10 days, brush your teeth twice a day, use fragrances even if you're at home, dress nicely even if you're at home, keep your surroundings clean at all times. Like it comes down to effort and like actually wanting it, desire, because then these things start changing. And so you can use visualization to do these things, and you need to really understand why you don't take these things seriously. And the more you put out that self love and care on these things, because I'm a fashion brand owner, like I'm gonna be, right? What does it like say if I don't dress well? I am like I don't wear good clothes. My clothes are not pressed. My hair is not combed. My God, sorry, the cars are there. But like my appearance is not good, and same thing with the YouTube videos. Like my quality had dropped because my mind had gone in the dumps. And but how does that affect people? People are gonna see like those few videos and it's not gonna look so good, or at least like that's how I feel. And I can't keep changing like every video I do, take it down, keep. I have to put the best foot forward. I have to maintain high standards, and so it has to become that hygiene standard. It's like these are the things that I always do, and it's a must, and it cannot like change. And because I've always prided myself as somebody, and this runs in the family, it's like a middle class trap kind of thing, where we pride ourselves on like reusing things and like uh, saving money on like not buying new clothes, like wearing the same shoes for 5 years and like wearing it out. Like the poorer you are, the more you have to kind of do these things, but the more addicted you become to doing it. And it creates that scarcity mindset in every single way, and that's the thing. So it's that self-image and abundance mindset. You have to make like you have to force yourself to make a commitment to that, a commitment to self-improvement and improving yourself in these two things, and a commitment to self-love. And because like in Suits, like I was watching it, and Harvey Specter tells like Mike Ross, he's like, first impressions last and first impressions are forever. And hard work is not the only thing. How you carry yourself, how you look at yourself, how other people perceive you, it's big thing. Your appearance and everything, because people do judge a book by its cover. People do judge um, by appearances. Nobody gives a shit about like what's inside you. Really, like once the appearance sells, then people care about what's inside, not the other way around. That's just the harsh truth. And you need to take that seriously. This is why all these real estate agents, like they live in like a tiny shitty apartment, but then they wear like great suit and make like 10,000, like let's say they make like $5,000 a month, and that's their salary, and they're selling an apartment for like 100 million, or like $10 million. like as if they could buy it. They could never buy it, but they hang around in that place feeling like they deserve it, this belongs to them. Whereas the guy who's coming to buy it, who can actually afford it, or who could potentially afford it, is the one who has to pay. But it's a game of self images. It's a battle of feeling like you deserve it and feeling like other people think that you deserve it, and it's that thing, like you have to give yourself permission to own these things. And you do that by like gently improving your self image in every single way, going to a little bit more expensive coffee shop, going to the car showroom, and all these different things. So yeah, like I'm saying this because I'm really just like noting and like dissecting every single thing that I'm going through right now, and as core lessons for my improvement. And I'm trying to put it there so that you guys also, like, I am addicted and like hardcore committed to becoming the best version of myself and making my delusion a reality. And I want that for every single one. Like I sincerely want just that for every single one. I don't believe that anybody being unhappy or miserable or hated does any good for the world. It only does negative. Um, and I just want that positivity. So this is my way of trying to make that happen for you guys. And yeah, let me just look through the notes. But mm, one more thing is like I realized because of all the things that I've gone through over the past 5 years in this war, I don't even associate success with happiness or fun or rewards anymore. Like all my thoughts about business or like success or anything is like negative stuff. It's like, oh, if I get successful, bad stuff will happen. If I make money, I might have to hire this accountant. It's this book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, talks about this a lot. But basically, it's every single thing I think about related to money, success, finance, like anything is negative. It's like if I get too famous, I'll get cancelled or like I'll get sued. If I sell too many products, oh my god, I'll have to find a buyer. Like it's only problems, it's only negativity, it's all like bad stuff. But I'm not even thinking at all about like that fact that hey, if my business succeeds, I'll have money. I'll have money means I can hire an accountant, I can hire a lawyer if anything happens, or forget about even business related stuff. I'll finally have success, I'll finally have money. I can go to the malls, I can watch like movies, I can go shopping, I can buy just random things that like I don't need. I can take a holiday, I can go on like a trip. Like people think about like Coachella, Euro summer, like go Goa trips and all these fun stuff like concerts and events. And I don't even think of like I haven't thought about any of these things in years. Like zero social life, zero fun. Like all I know is sacrifice and like dedication and pain. And so I'm not even like thinking about like this stuff is not even in my reality anymore. And I have to kind of like force myself to like dream. Like I'm going on the Lambo website and I'm like, damn, this is so cool. Or like McLaren website and like Rolex. And what do I even want? Like it has to sink into my mind that I actually will become a success and that I will get to enjoy my life again. Like it's not always dedication, sacrifice, and pain. That's a big portion, like the leading up to success. And then when you hit success, you can actually enjoy the fruits, like the rewards of your sacrifice. You have to remember that. And because the road to heaven feels like hell, you kind of think like it will always be hell, but it's not. It's gonna be like heaven after that. And so I have to remember like I can actually go out and like date girls and actually have a romantic life. I can go out and meet new people and actually have a friendship life and social life. I can actually go to holidays. I can like take care of my parents and buy them stuff and like retire them and all the positive benefits. I have to remind myself of that and remind myself of it a lot because there is 1,001 things to be negative about, but there's you need to force yourself to find that positivity, and that's the biggest struggle. um, it really is the It's my biggest struggle right now, maybe because I have a big fear of success also, but I think a lot of people have this, and it's not just me. So you need to dig into that as well. And I want to show you now, like, just the improvements and stuff I made. So one of the main thing is this affirmation. I had like removed it when I shifted the rooms and stuff, but now I put like 5 affirmations. It's just like sleep and like targets and stuff, health and all. And as I'm seeing it every day, I keep saying it, and that's making a big difference, and I like put up my like monitor on the height with my standing desk, and I could have done this before, but like till today I didn't put up these like proper heights and everything. And putting it up like this, now I can actually work at my height. I'm 6'4", so now I can actually, if it, you can see it like it's proper, it's in my height now, and I can work, and it's like useful. And I got like these exercise bands, and so I can just what do you say, like do the banded like rows and stuff. And it's just doing these things. Like now there's affirmations, so I keep saying this, and it's actually making me positive. My posture thing improved, this. And it's taking these, what do you say, like these tiny changes, but add so much. Because I could have bought these bands and started this months ago, 6 months ago. I By now I probably would have like been fully like back in shape and everything. But it was this procrastination, self sabotage, the self image issues, all these different things causing like havoc. And the fix was so small, but until you make that fix, it's like looks like a big mountain. Because I'm not thinking that the band is the solution. I'm thinking I have to fix my body fully to feel good, but it's not true. I can make 10% improvement or 1% improvement, and that will give me like, it will reduce my pain and increase my happiness, and that goes again and again. So it's the same thing. Now I'm standing here and working. I'm feeling better about my posture. I'm feeling better about my posture, and that's doing like more, what do you say, good for me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling better about my posture, and that's doing more good for me. And I'm reading the affirmations, and that's doing more good for me. And so all of this is like adding up. And I have like a yoga mat standing here, so I'll just sit and meditate. My life is just in this room. It's like a spare bedroom, kind of like a storeroom, but I'm using it, and it's working out well for me. And I'm tired. I've been up since morning. I've been doing a lot of like work trying to launch this. It's 2 p.m. almost. I haven't had lunch. I'm gonna eat now, but I'm fucking close. Like, I'm damn close. I just have to do the accounting tracking setup, and I I'll film that also. So yeah, you guys can have like, maybe have to understand that it's been like 5.5 years for me now, and I'm way past like the timelines that the revenue and the profit and the targets that I'm expecting over the next few months with this launch is what I thought I would have in 2020, and it's 5.5 years. Um, and I'm trying to create as much urgency as I can now, like setting deadlines and just going, but at the same time not like messing things up, um, because I don't want to like overload myself when I finally figured out how to like take it slow and steady. So yeah, it is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of what ifs, what if, like, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this fails, and what if that fails. But I've realized like you can just like, it's not like a button and like everything blows up. Like I just launch ads and everything fails. Like I have 80,000 rupees, which is like almost like $1,000. Some money I had like I used for like different stuff, but like food and all that. But this money that I have, I don't want to mess it up, and I have to make sure that I have the cash flow of like covering the ads and the cost of goods, and everything goes perfectly. So there's a lot of like planning and number crunching and not trying to get anything wrong. But it's more like mental, it's more of like finally just feeling like I'm ready to succeed. And there's this thing, I'm like, what if like the sales come too much, and I can't handle it, so there's all of that. It's that moment of truth after years of struggle and this thing, where people are like, I people can become really afraid. I mean, I am, that all you've known is defeat and failure and pain. Like, you don't see your odds changing, but it can and it will and it has to, and you have to like allow it. So that's it. I know this is a big fucking video, and maybe I put too much brain dump there. I tried to get a script and tried to do everything perfectly, but um, yeah, this is it. And hopefully it helps. I'm gonna just make one more video now that will be of the Shopify dashboard and the ads. The thing is, I don't know how to like add the blur effect when I edit videos and stuff, and I don't want to spend too much time editing anything because it takes away from the e-commerce thing. So I don't know, maybe if I can show you the dashboard and like the ads manager and everything. Hopefully I can, but I'll figure it out. And that's it. Like, there's a lot of house chores here because my grandparents like don't do shit. They can't do shit, and the helper is taking a holiday, so I have to do everything, and I have to kind of time the launch like as she returns from the holiday, so that I'm not like wrecked, because I need to be fully ready to handle everything, customer service, calls, ads, all of that. So I'm trying not to like miss anything, and also not forgetting to like document this, because this is like golden footage. Like, this is golden, once in a lifetime footage. This moment will never happen again, like me launching the illusion. So I have to like fucking document this. I can't forget that, and I won't. But um yeah, man, like I'm so excited, but I'm so afraid also in a way. And because I'm thinking about like the price point I had for my t-shirts when I first launched in 2020 was 599, and now I'm launching at 1 point like 1499, and 1999. But because inflation has come, but also my products have way higher quality, like in terms of the garment and the print, and my website and my branding and my design, like everything is like 100x better. So I feel like people are just gonna like buy it up like that, and I'm gonna blow past all the old numbers. And this time celebs are gonna buy. Like last time, one celeb had bought, and not like A list, maybe B list if that's a thing. But this time, I think like some big names and maybe some news articles, and I don't know what. I don't even care about all that. I just want profit and like cash flow and smooth sailing, and maybe like the ads run and somebody in like VaynerMedia India sees it and tells Gary, and Gary V replies to my DMs also. So hopefully that can also happen. I'm trying to like keep myself excited and positive, uh, because it's like the moment of truth after 5.5 fucking years of crazy fucking shit, crazy life and death scenarios, so many near death experiences. Oh my god, like everything is coming, and this this moment and all the moments that come through from this is like, I'm gonna be set for life. I'm gonna be set for life. My dad, my mom, like my kids, like this is the trajectory shifting point, Obviously, the next like years of work is gonna be there. There's gonna be 1 year of work, 2 years, like it'll be like 5 years or so before I'm an overnight success, or 4 years maybe. Um, but it's gonna be a lot of years of work before my brand becomes like a brand with a team and everything. But this is how it begins, and how this is how you do stuff. The electricity just went, but I'm gonna end this video because I'll keep talking and ranting. Because bro, my like anxiety is through the roof, and so yeah, that's it. I'll record another video, another one, and then I'll show you guys everything in that. So peace. Hopefully this video finds you well. Never give up on your fucking dreams. Never stop being delusional, and yeah, make it happen.